Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Kev Play. Uh, yeah, so we are going to begin episode 1 of The Last of Us Part 2. Um, if anyone doesn't know, I'm Kevin. I do these Let's Plays. You can check out my channel, Kev Plays. I've done The Last of Us Remastered back in I think it was like at the end of 2019 into 2020 and playing throughout 2020. So I was literally playing The Last of Us Remastered during the events of COVID and like the riots and everything. So it was as depressing of a year that was. I could not have timed it. I don't want to say perfectly, but I couldn't have timed it uh more appropriately. I guess I don't know. But yes, all 30 parts are on the channel. You can check that out if you want to go back to those to refer to those. Um, it's all of the main game and Left Behind and one factions episode where I'm playing multiplayer. But yeah, I played this also. I mean, this came out in 2020. Um, Towards the end of 2020, and yeah, it was a big game. I definitely didn't want to stream it right away because it's a very heavy game. It's a very adult game. It's very very serious, very contentious. But honestly, it's a game that sticks with you, and I definitely want to get back into it now, especially now since they're the HBO show is at this point it's 5 episodes in, and I'm just in that mode now. I'm like, I'm very much into this universe again. I mean, as I always have been, but like it's like I feel like this is a good time to play, especially after playing a more lighthearted game like Spyro for the last year, which you can also check out. Um, yeah, it's like I think this is a perfect time to get to revisit this game, see how maybe my opinions have changed. I mean, I always loved this game, um, but I want to see how it holds up, and I want to see how, you know, with some time now that's passed. I'm very excited to get into this. What was I gonna say? Also, this is gonna be a spoiler-free episode. I mean, playthrough. So I'm not going to divulge any details that happen later in the game before anything that I'm going to be discussing or reacting to or talking about. It's going to be as we play along. So anyone who just wants to watch new, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just want to play the game yourself, but for anyone who doesn't really play games and they just want to like, you know, for some reason you want to hear my voice along with the story. And by the way, I won't interrupt cutscenes or anything. Um, so yeah, but yeah, so it's very, and obviously there's gonna be spoilers for the first game. You should watch the first game first, but uh, nonetheless, I say we begin. So we're gonna do the story. We're gonna do a new game. I imagine we'll just stick to moderate for now. I still have to do like the grounded. It's like a extra trophy or whatever. I've I've only played this game I think once and a second time through because I think there's like a some trophy or something to do, but there was no grounded trophy required for the platinum. It was kind of like a DLC trophy. So I've played this game maybe once or twice, but it was back in 2020 or into 2021 when the game was still out and everyone was had their own opinions on it at the same time. So now that we have some time to breathe and I kind of just want to enjoy the game as it's intended. I don't want to go into any harder modes as of yet. Maybe down the road I will, but let's go with moderate. Yeah, this is all hunky dory. Yeah, I'm not gonna do permadeath. That won't be good. Maybe sometime, but someday. But You have selected moderate. Challenge level can be changed at any time. Okay. Well, we're never going to change it easier or anything. It's always going to be normal. I normally always play my games on normal if I have the option. Alright, X to go, I guess. Very interesting beginning too, with like the boat in the like the murky, foggy water, compared to the first game with the window with the knife on the windowsill. Here's our. These look like more like moths than fireflies, so it's interesting. Because it's kind of like the light. Look for the light when you're in the darkness type of motif.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. You go halfway across the country with someone. She needed her immunity to mean something. Maybe I was starting to buy into that old cure business. Maybe I just wanted to do right by her. And then we made it. We found the Firefly. Because of her, they were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her. Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
Jesus Christ, Joe. What do you do? I saved her. Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you.
Cover the exit. Don't let him get away.
Goddamn. That's so. That's a lot. What does Ellie know? I told her they just ran some tests. I told her her immunity meant nothing. And she believed you? I didn't say otherwise.
We should head back.
I love how they set it up with him tuning the guitar and cleaning it. It just has a lot of weight to it. While he's, you know, recapping what happened and what his thought processes is through of what his the decisions he made, or the big decision he made, you know, at the end of the first game. And he's justifying it, and, you know. And there's really no right or wrong answer to what his decision was, but it's like there's no denying that it was lent to him. It was owed, a decision owed of who he is and what he's capable of, even if it's, you know, a noble pursuit, or, you know, for good reasons, you know. I love how beautiful this whole opening is right now. It's like throughout, even at our worst, you know, or like the world at its worst, there's such beauty in life and love and everything. And it's like, who to say what's right or wrong? I just love how that's the impression I get from this opening. Wow. Now this is like a compound we were kind of looking forward to get back to in the first game, because we know Tommy has his own, you know, community and everything. I remember when I first played the first game, I was speculating. I was like, I just can't wait to get to see what it's like, expanding on this more, and seeing like the kind of like how they can expand and explore the characters with inside here, like.
It's okay. I got him. You go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
How's it going, Peppa Pig?
About what we were talking about earlier. I can't say I'd have done different. I'll take it to the grave if I have to.
I'll see you later, Tom. Hello? Ellie?
Jesus. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I tried knocking, but
Hey,
hey,
what's up, Joel?
just checking in. Folks are, talking about how impressed they are with you and how well you're helping out.
It's good.
Yeah. Tommy and I went out riding the other day, and he told me a joke, and I thought about you. It's oh shoot, I forgot it. Something about a clock. How do you?
Joel, it's pretty late and I gotta get up in a few hours.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get out of your hair. Just I want to show you something. Just give me 1 second.
What's this?
Some folks call this thing here a guitar.
Funny.
You want to hear something?
Okay.
Okay. Promise me that you won't laugh.
I won't laugh. I won't.
I'm trusting you.
Oh, swipe to strum.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I'm not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for anymore. As I believe, and I believe, 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me. There you go.
Well, that didn't suck.
I'll take what I can get. She's yours.
No. No. I don't know the first thing
I
about
promised
this.
that I'd teach you how to play.
You did.
So what do you say, tomorrow night? First lesson?
Deal.
Okay. Okay.
Do you remember the joke?
What is the downside to eating a clock? It's time consuming.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. Good night, kiddo.
Shit. Hey,
Morning.
sorry, I totally overslept. Just give me a minute and I'll get dressed.
I heard you had quite a night after I left.
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina. She didn't mean anything by it.
I was talking about your fight with Seth. Wait. You kissed Dina?
Oh. I thought this...
We're broken up 1 week and you make a move on my girl?
No. She was probably just trying to make you jealous. I would never... Oh, fuck, this is awkward.
I'm messing with you, man. I don't care. Get dressed.
You're the worst.
It's kind of fucked up you did that.
Stuff together, we're already late.
Alright, so I feel like I gotta
Smells fine.
talk about that scene, because...
So tired.
What was I gonna say? Like, yeah. I love how Joel comes in with, he's trying to ease in. It's very awkward. Like, you could tell that they're on kind of awkward ground. We know from the last ending of the last game that he kind of fed her some, BS, and like he told Tommy in the beginning of this, she didn't say otherwise whether she really believed him or not, but she agreed to just kind of like, go forward with him. And you could see that there's kind of even there's like an underlying tension, I guess, and it's interesting how he says, "I promise I'm going to teach you the guitar," and then there's this look that she has where it's like, "That's true," but then you think of like the ending of the first game, and it's like, well, you also promised that, everything was all above board, and that you're telling the truth about what happened with the Fireflies and everything. And it's like whether she subconsciously is aware that he did not tell her the truth or not at this point of the story. It's like, it's interesting that she kind of accepts his proposal to teach the guitar anyway, like regardless of how she feels about that other thing. And that's the love between them, I think. It's regardless of who Joel is as a person or things he's done or whatever, there's a love there, and you know, whether they agree or disagree on things or whatever, but there's just an undeniable love. And I just love how at the end of his song, she's the one who's like, "Did you remember the joke?" Because at first, when he wanted to say the joke, she was just like not really having it. She's like, I got to get up in the morning, like, Joel, like, what's going, like, can we just like move this along? But I just like how it came full circle there, and the whole thing with the guitar, it's just a very important thing, I feel like, for this whole game. And yeah, you're right. One of the few uses of the touchpad, especially late in the PS4 era, because like say Killzone Shadowfall, which was like the launch game, that used the touchpad very much. Where you think usually when they have these little gimmick things on the controller, they usually phase those out towards the end of the generation. But it's interesting that Part 2 or Last of Us Part 2 still, you know, decided to go with that. Here we have. Oh, she's definitely playing like Jack, right? Yeah, definitely. There's Jack 3. An old dusty PS3. She's got it made here, pretty much. To have a video game console and stuff. Imagine going out to, like, you know, everyone's trying to get supplies and stuff, and then you've come across a PS3 console out in the wild. In a post-apocalypse here. Alright, let's just explore a bit. And yeah, so this is going to be like a spoiler. Like, we're going to talk about the story beats as they present themselves. So there's going to be no spoilers of what's happening in the, you know, ahead of the game of where we are right now. So just be aware of that. We got our jacket here. Let's take the jacket. This is 4 years later, so I would assume maybe
Sure.
I would assume the intro we just saw between her and Joel just now, maybe that was like a year after the events of... Maybe a year after the events, or within a year of the first game, after the first game. So she... In the first game, she's 14. Now she'd be around 18, 19, I think. Oh, we got our knife here.
Hey, is Joel up?
We got reports of infected out north. We sent him and Tommy out early to scout.
That sucks.
Yeah. Can't imagine they got much sleep. Definitely not as much as you.
Shut up. I was just about to get up. I was.
You got everything?
Yes.
And then we have our new character here, Jesse. I like how we're just thrown into... We're feeling that time shift where they're in like, you know, that community of, like, Tommy's, like, compound, basically. And, they've... You know, Ellie's met people, and, you know, there's, like, little, like, you know, almost like a little, like, high school drama going on where she, you know, her friend
Heads
Dina
up,
kissed
we were
her and
talking to
everything.
town this morning.
What?
Let me see if I got this right. You kissed Dina,
She kissed me.
which triggered Seth to call you a not-so-nice word.
Yep.
Then Joel decked him,
More of a push.
and then you got mad at Joel. That part confused me.
It was a strange night, man.
Sounds exciting. Sorry I missed it.
Now like I'm not gonna collect everything in the game, but kind of like the, you know, the scavenger in me definitely can't help but check the corners a bit. But I'm not gonna go too crazy with the. I'm not gonna go for 100. I never went for 100% completion with the first game, so even though I tried to get as much as I can along the way, or you know, not tried, but like, you know, if I came across something, I came across something. What's up, guys? A little bit of a greenhouse herbology thing going on.
Be safe out there.
We always are.
And by the way, before we progress, I do want to talk about that. episode 5, because we talked about 3 and 4 last time in Spyro, but yeah, episode 5 of the Last of Us HBO show, excellent. It's probably my favorite episode so far. They covered so much ground. There was so much epic moments. My God, when they get to the part with the sniper, like, awesome. I loved Henry and is it Sam? Henry and Sam? I thought they did amazing. Even when you thought the story was going to deviate in some way, they still like made everything kind of fall in line. Yeah, we did talk about the fourth, very briefly in the last in my like the Spyro finale, because I kind of lumped 3 and 4 together. I think so, right? Did we talk about 4? Well, 4 was maybe I was talking about 2 and 3 in the first. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Well, in case we didn't, 4 was, you know, when it's much more of a Joel and Ellie episode, and they're camping out and kind of like making their way, trying to find their best way west, and yeah, and then that moment where, you know, like the hunters or whatever try to, like, you know, pull some BS ambush on them, and then they crash into like the storefront, and yeah, everything about that, beautifully done. I like how they're kind of bringing a little bit of character to the hunters, and kind of bringing a little bit of a backstory to them so that they're not just like, you know, random no-name enemies. They're kind of putting a face on the faction that's against them. With I think her name is Kathleen, the character, and they had the actor who plays Tommy in the games kind of being her kind of like right-wing man, pretty much. And then they set up that there's like this, like, you know, there's like infected underneath like underneath like the ground or whatever, and it's like, oh, we'll deal with that later, and it's like that anticipation of that. And obviously that was a different area, but everything about that was great. I love how they're kind of like going into it more, how Henry and Sam are kind of like, you know, these pretty much like fugitives to them, because they're kind of like rats or what have you. And yeah, it's awesome. And I just loved, most importantly, the chemistry between Pedro Pascal as Joel and Bella Ramsey as Ellie, and how, you know, it goes from Ellie saves Joel in a very like dangerous scuffle. She has to, like, you know, kill somebody, and, you know, she says it's not her first time, and he's feeling kind of protective towards her because, like, he's like trying to protect her innocence a bit. And then he's, you know, teaching her, like, you know, how to use the gun properly, and then yet as hard and kind of like, you know, trying as that is, there's that moment at the end where, you know, or throughout where she's telling the jokes from the joke book, and I like that end, like the do you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes. I love that, like, that moment where they're just laughing together, and then obviously, you know, that gets undercut later on when Henry and Sam kind of, like, you know, ambush them as a cliffhanger. But excellent episode. I thought it covered a lot of ground. I thought it set up their relationship a lot better going forward. Yeah, I love that. I told that joke to one of my coworkers, because my coworker always, he's like a older gentleman. He's always telling dad jokes. He, like, every day he has a dad joke ready, and I told that one to him, and he just busted out laughing. But yeah, so yeah, episode 5. Oh my God, the sniper scene. I thought they were gonna deviate when Henry has to come out from behind the car. I thought it was going to be one of those situations where it's like, oh, they're going to have Henry die and Sam's going to live on, and then they're going to do something. Maybe they're doing something differently there. But then when the infected came out, and then I remembered, I was like, wait, the infected does come out in that moment, and my God, this is like perfect use of the budget that the show's using, because when they come out of that hole, it's like, oh my God, it's so good. There's nothing cheap about it. There's nothing lame about it. Everything's perfect. And when that bloater came out, excellent. Like, awesome scene. That was like an episode where it's just like, oh my God, when this comes out on like Blu-ray or whatever, I have to get it day one. It's so good. And then of course the final, moments in that episode 2, it's like just when you think they might do something different, they really hit you hard with how that episode ends. Similar to how the game ended, or how the game's chapter of that concluded. And they really performed it well and pulled it off well. And it was almost more impactful to me in the TV show than when it happened in the game. But they're both great. It's just, oh my God, yes. And I love how they go down to like the sewer school where we know about Ish, and we see that picture of him, like the Ish picture that you collect in the game. Oh my God! Just like the budding relationship between Sam and Ellie, kind of bringing out the child, the innocent child or playful kid in both of them. Where in such a serious world, I love how they nailed everything with that. Excellent all the way through. Yeah, let's continue on. Let's see what Jesse's got to say here.
Maria wants a word with you.
Where is she?
The diner.
Maria.
Is this about Seth?
No clue.
Just tell her you never saw me.
Nope.
Where's your fucking loyalty?
Excuse me.
That's what I hear.
And of course, we know Maria from the first game. She's Tommy's wife, or I think wife, right? I can't wait for David. Oh my God, yeah. I can't wait to see how they do David in this show. And that's the thing too, is like, and I said this on Twitter. Like, my only main concern with the show right now is we're 5 episodes in. There's supposedly 9 episodes in the season, and they're covering a lot of ground in each episode. But I just hope that they land that finale, because if they're doing the whole first game in one season in 9 episodes, because I'm like, back in the day, like on network TV, there was 22 episodes in a season, and then in cable there was 13. And then ever since streaming kind of became more of a booming thing, it got a little less. It became like 10 episodes for, like Better Call Saul, every season's 10 episodes. So it gets shorter and shorter, but I just hope that, like, because right now everything's paced very, very well. I just hope Neil Druckmann is as satisfied with how the season lands at the end, because that ending of the first game is so important. And I know I have faith that it's gonna be good, but I don't know, with the game there's a sense of like, you've been like, if you look back to my playthrough, it's 20. I mean, granted, I'm talking I'm talking as I play, but it was a 25-hour game for the main campaign. So that's and if you cut out my talking a bit, maybe 20 episodes or whatever. And yeah, I don't expect a TV show that it's required to be 20 episodes because of that. Because they're covering more ground in an episodic format than they would in the game, and it's done well. But I just hope that 9 episodes is enough. And maybe that's just me wanting more episodes, but I don't want it to drag out, obviously. But I just hope it's paced well, where they're not rushing it towards the end, and that we feel that sense of like, how the game kind of presents itself in seasons. I hope we feel that kind of like same progression in their adventure and what they've gone through through those 9 hours of storytelling. But we'll see. I have faith. just something to think about, though. And sorry, I'm kind of middling around. There's so many corners in this town to go through, so I don't think there's really anything of importance. I think there's like coins that we collect, or trading cards, I think. But nothing really too crazy, so I won't go too crazy with the corners.
Hey, so we're okay, right?
You and me? Yeah, of course. Dina and I are done.
I know. It's just I don't want you to think.
Ellie, we're cool. Promise.
Thanks.
I love the mood right now and the atmosphere. It's very very solemn, very, you know. Ellie's older now, and she's probably has a host of her own problems that we don't even know about right now. And I like that there's like we don't even know where Joel is right now. I'm sure he's somewhere, but there's just a sense of her. She has a life now, more than just, you know, Joel kind of introducing her to the world,
Hey,
which
Ellie.
the first game did. I did not get Hogwarts Legacy yet. I think maybe tomorrow it might arrive because I have it ordered. So I should be getting that soon. Oh, look, a doggy.
Hey, old timer.
Let's move.
Yeah, get a good scratch.
Aw. They're, of course, establishing dogs in this game. Yeah, I can't wait to play it. It's, like, from what I've heard from, like, channels I follow, they're really, you know, controversy aside, because I never, like, I was interested in it before the whole controversy. Like, I'm not trying to be spiteful by getting it, and just, like, you know, because I am against censorship and all that. But I did read the books, and I'm very interested in just, like, kind of using that as a conduit to get back into the, like, using the game as a conduit to kind of enjoy that world again. So I'm looking forward to it. I love this world. I love the way they're presenting the world right now. That's the Clay Pit Barbecue. People are angry at Twitch streamers for playing. Yeah, I heard even if. Oh. I heard people are trying to spoil the game for others too. Like if you tweet about it in passing, even if it has nothing to.
Ellie.
Like even if it has nothing to do with the context of how you're talking about Hogwarts Legacy, people are like tracking down tweets to try to like spoil the game for people, and I just think that's very, very dick move. Like, you know, it's one thing if you want to boycott something because if you feel like you need to, you know, even if I don't really agree with it, but you're just at a certain point, it's just like, what are you really in it for if you're trying to spoil entertainment for people? Like, it's, I don't know, it's silly. Look at all the kids playing in the snow. Alright, let's see. Let's press on here. Pretty sure there's like a trading card or something that I can get. Oh, there's the Winter Dance. Help needed. Moving horse supplies from west side to east side of stable. Tuesday. Movie night. Housebreaking Rufus. This week's movie. Rated G. I don't know if that. Town hall meeting Monday. Volunteer. See, I feel like they have a rated G movie because obviously there's a lot of kids here, but I feel like, you know, maybe the world is just so harsh for people that they don't really want to see like a big, scary, dramatic movie right now because their world is. Oh, someone's talking
Ellie.
about me. Oh.
Hey, Ellie. Morning.
I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, but you get what I mean. Where I was going with that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna be like so distracted with the people for a second because anytime there's a big crowd, it's so live. Like there's so much going on at once here. Blacksmith. Oh, see, this is why it's good that I'm like kind of exploring a bit. Let's take this stuff. They don't need it. Oh, it's free parts too. So I like how they made it in game that it's not bad that I'm just taking it. They're offering it. Okay.
Hey, Ellie.
Yep, I'm here. Okay. I think there's something over here, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, I knew it. What we got here? Looking for 20 volunteers with repairs to the electric dam. When? First weekend in April. See Maria to sign up. Okay. Let's press on to the Tipsy Bison. No more, right? Alright, let's press on.
Want to grab some breakfast?
No. Where's Maria?
In the back.
Excuse me.
Ellie. There you are. Come here. Seth's got something he wants to say to you.
I don't want to hear what that bigot has to say.
Do it for me. Please.
Fine.
Seth. Seth, come here.
Hey. Look, last night I was drinking too much.
Sure.
I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Maria tells me that you and Dina are headed out. I made you some sandwiches.
Okay.
Or steak.
Thank you, Seth.
Yeah. Well, you be safe out there.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
What you got there?
Bigot sandwiches.
Smells good.
They're yours.
You sure?
It's fine.
Let me walk you out.
Okay.
What do we got here? Trading card? Or collector card?
Finders keepers.
The Keen Twins. The Keen Twins. Real names Ophelia and Xander. Brains 80, brawn 80, affiliation none. Born in a Spark laboratory, the Keen Twins were considered a failed experiment in heightening human senses. They were abandoned on the doorstep of an orphanage, but the fortorn pair soon learned of their abilities. Born deaf, Ophelia not only has amazing eyesight, but can see things on the infrared and X-ray spectrum. Born blind, Xander can hear for miles. No footstep is too quiet. No secret is safe. So long as they are together, they make for formidable opponents. Heroes. Oh, they're heroes. I guess that's our classification. Okay. And yeah, get used to me reading stuff because just like in Spyro, I'm just gonna be exhausting all readable dialogue or anything like deeper context to the game.
When you go out, I want you to trade off with Tommy and Joel. Those boys have been up for far too long.
Where do I meet them?
If you go up to the Northwest Lookout, they're scheduled to arrive later today. Watch yourself. There's too many sightings of infected recently.
Of course. I was gonna check out the creek trails. I'll need someone else to cover it.
Ellie, you know the creek trails?
Not really.
Dina's done it a bunch. I'll have the two of them take it.
Well, that solves that.
The creek trails. I remember there was something over here too, so let's just... Other than the squirrel.
Ellie, can I talk to you for a sec?
Hold on. Yep, I knew it. I'm a natural scavenger. I need to get all this stuff. Okay. It's funny how my memory works. I haven't played this game in 3 years, and I just remember things. Little things like that. Maybe the bigger things, though, might escape me, but... kind of interested in what's this wall is. Kind of like a preschool thing. Yeah, don't mind me. It's going to be a slow start to this game a bit because there's so much to just like explore a bit and just kind of soak the world in. Attention, Lost and Found has moved. Due to space issues, the Lost and Found is now located at the end of Main Street in New Buck Leather. The Winter Dance, okay. Yeah, we've seen all this. Okay. What do you got to say, Maria?
What's up?
Look, I don't know what's going on with you and Joel.
Maria,
Guy really cares about you. And I'm sure he didn't mean to.
we're fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry to pry. Be safe.
Thanks.
Yo, Dina! Assignments!
Just give me a minute!
We get your girlfriend to the stables, please.
Hey, Dina. Can I talk to you?
Hey, guys! I'm tapping out. Come on! How long?
Whew.
Hey.
Hey. I just want to say sorry for running off last night.
Oh, it's okay. I totally get it. I felt bad.
Why?
Because I started the whole thing, and I shouldn't have kissed you in front of all of those people. And
No, you were drunk. It's fine.
well, still, I don't want you to think.
No, I'm not reading into it or anything. Just...
You know what I love about you? How you let me finish my sentences.
All right. Well, we should probably get going.
Yeah.
Ow! What the fuck? I'm not even playing!
Because you're a chicken? You're a chicken!
I hate this kid so much.
You want to fuck him up?
Yeah, I do.
You asked for it!
You better run, you little shits!
Holy shit! Get to cover! Go! Go!
Gotcha!
We're on the board, suckers!
Naughty Dog always gets playful with,
Oh, I'm coming.
I gotta make another snowball. So far I'm pretty perfect with this, Oh, this is kind of like practice for my crouching and all the... I wonder if I can, like... Oh, I can prone, too.
Oh, you like that? Oh, suck it!
Yeah, you better...
Oh!
Damn! Work on that kid!
Oh, I missed him.
You suck. Eat snow! Oh, dang it! Oh, you better hide!
Now, me and Joel we're obviously... There's something wrong between us right now.
Your parents don't love you!
But I'm sure in some PC mod we would have Joel having a snowball fight with us here. I can just imagine.
Oh, dang it!
Got him.
No fair! Eat it, shrimps! Hey! Hey! How's it feel? Get her! Help me! You'll never get away with this!
Get off of her, you monsters! All right, we actually have some work to do. Scram.
Man. I guess I asked for that, huh?
Where'd they go?
Let's go.
Kind of just disappeared. Yeah, Last of Us 3, I'm excited. I think it's, I think if Neil Druckmann has a story to tell, because that's what he said pretty much, is like, if there's a story to tell, then they're going to do it. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he is doing everything he can to really think about where to go forward. Because I think the second game kind of lends itself to more exploring of this world and the story. And it's just I'm down for it. Obviously, we're in a landscape now where video games take a long time to make, so it's a lot of time for Naughty Dog to be spending on The Last of Us since 2013. But I'm sure they have a side team too that are working on something also. So how they, how Uncharted 4 was being made while The Last of Us. Was it Uncharted 4? No, it was Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us were being made at the same time simultaneously. And obviously we got Lost Legacy after Uncharted 4, and I expect and plus we have factions coming too, which I'm very much excited for. Because the gameplay in this game is excellent. I can't imagine doing that with online
wants us
people.
to do the creek trails. He's gonna relieve Joel and Tommy.
Oh, that's nice he assigned us together. You're gonna like this route.
Morning, girls.
Morning.
Morning.
Hey, ladies. I'll bring them in.
Thank you.
Oh man, it's like this game is there's so much to unpack, and there's so much to go. From the first game that we're in for we haven't seen anything yet, and it's just exciting. What we got
That's
here?
a good girl. Look who's here.
Thanks. Come on. Hey, Shimmer.
Ah, look who decided to join us.
Yeah.
One for you. And one for you. Open it up. Settle down, children. All right. You all know the drill. Run your routes, mark your logbooks, clear any infected you see. You run into anything you can't handle, you come back. Be smart about it. All right. Get going.
dreaming about?
Was I talking?
You're doing your teeth grinding thing.
Where have you been?
Grab your gear. I want to show you something.
What?
Trust me.
Come on. This way.
Okay, so now we have a new character. Which we will do next time. The only thing I want to say before we end is the moment when Joel leaves Ellie with the guitar, and he goes home, and that first moment where she strums on that, like, I'm not really a guitar guy, so I guess like the most bass string. I love how they transition audibly from the pluck of that string to introducing the title of the game, and you feel this sense of dread and impending drama that we're about to embark upon, and that was such a cool, compared to the first game's intro of what happens, with obviously the death of Sarah, Joel's daughter, which is a big kind of like hook moment. This is like that, for that moment of her strumming that that guitar string and it going into the title. There's something just so interesting about that to me, where they're not going for the big hook this time. They're going for more for like big anticipation, big impending doom. Where do we go from here? And it's just I love it, because I'm already hooked anyway. So it's I just love how they set that up. But yeah, we will continue next time. Obviously, the game is a more somber start, but we're getting along. I think this is a good stopping place too. So yeah, Papa Pig, it's been a pleasure. Anyone out there who wants to like, comment, or subscribe to Kev Plays, it's greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter at Let's Watch Series, you can do that as well. Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, keep a clear head, and keep on gaming. I'll catch you next time. Peace out. Hello, Adam. Acom Navarro. Sorry, you got me at the last second before I'm about to sign off, but tune in next time.